So illustration. Old Nigeria Limited keeps his petty cash book in Impress system. Then at the beginning of the period, 2,000 is given, that is the float, is given to the petty cashier for office expenses. Record the transaction below in the petty cash book of the company. Then this is the ruling of petty cash book. Here you see the first column there, cash received. It has debit and credit side. Cash received is the debit side, and here is the credit side. Then this is the first column is cash received. We have cash book folio. We have dates. The cash book folio is the page number where the transaction is posted in the cash book, because all these things, what we have here is expenses, minor expenses made in a business. So at the end of the period, while preparing the main cash book, the summation of the money spent on minor expenses is also posted to the credit side of the main cash book. And this cash book folio is where we now record the page number where the transaction is seen in the cash book. Then particulars, voucher number. The voucher, like I told you, it has number for reference and control. Total payment. Then here is analytical column. This analytical column is now where we now analyze how this money was spent. Like here, we create a separate column for each of the transactions. Stationary column, like this is the number of transactions that we have here, and then we created a column for that. Then let me make something clear. At times, the details may be so much that maybe you don't have to start creating column till for that long. So once you create the column for maybe the major ones, you can post the remaining ones under sundry. And that is the reason why I created this sundry column, for you to know that if it is much, you can then open a sundry column and post the remaining ones there. So August 1st, stationery, 200 naira. Look at it here. This is the cash received, debited here. Then on 1st August, stationery, voucher number, total payment for the stationery. Then we now create a column for stationery, and this is the amount. Then on 2nd there, postage stamp. 2nd here, postage stamp, voucher number, the total payment. Under we created a column for postage and telegrams, because postage and telegrams are means of sending message. That is why we have created a column for both of them. So we have 100 naira here. Then on top, taxi fare. Then on top, you see it's taxi fare, voucher number, amount. The column for transportation, you see the 400. Then on 6th bus fare, 150, voucher number 150. Under the transportation, you see it there. On 8th August, carriage. 8th August, carriage, voucher number, the amount. We created the column for carriage. Look at it here. Then on the 10th of August, telegrams, 50 naira. 10th, telegrams, voucher number 50. Under the postage and telegram, look at it here. Then on 11th August, office tea. 11th August, office tea, voucher number, amount. Then under the sundry, we posted the office tea. Then at the end of the posting, you have to balance the account. Then we sum the total amount, bring it down, and these ones too, you sum them and bring them down. Then remember that at the end of the month, we find our balance carried down by subtracting what we have on the credit side from that of the debit side. Cash received is 2,000 naira and we spent 1,004. So by the time we subtract 1,004 from 2,000, we are having 600 as our balance carried down at the end of the period. Good. So now, after the balance carried down, we now balance our account. Sum everything, we have 2,000, 2,000 here. Then, the restoration, that of the interest system. Because if it is the ordinary system, your balance ends here. But the interest system, because of the restoration, remember that I told you in interest system, the exact amount that the petit cashier spent will be restored, will be given back to her, to restore her cash at hand to its original amount. So now, on 1st September, balance carried down, look at it here, 600 naira. That is the money at hand, 600 naira. Then the same September 1st, the money that will be restored to the main cashier. The restoration figure is now 1,004. That is the exact amount that she spent on minor expenses during the period. That exact amount, which is 1,004, will now be given back to the petit cashier in order to restore the cash to 2,000, because she has 600 at hand. By the time you add the 600 and 1,004 that will be given back to her, it will now restore the cash to 2,000 for the next period. Thank you so much for listening, and this is where I'm going to draw the curtain for today's learning. Then do your assignments on the board, study it very well. I want you to know that what is happening in our country today, it is not a reason for you not to learn. So you can learn from the comfort of your home. So study this very well. Ask your questions through the assignment room, business studies assignment room. Forward your questions there, and I will gladly attend to your questions. Do your assignment and also submit it through the assignment room. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.